Hi, how's it going? My name is Sam Mamberg, aka Groovy Bones on Flickr, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want. From Edmonton, Alberta, and I'm here to talk about my Cyberpunk thing.
And so what exactly are we looking at here? This is a wonderfully interesting display. I like the verticality of it.
Yeah, so what it is, it was inspired by my girlfriend, really. Shouts to her. She's taking architectural technology right now.
Okay.
So she was studying some classical architecture and like a tripartite style of building, wherein the lower level is comprised of rougher building materials like stone and mud and stuff like that, and then you get into the center of the building and it's a bit more refined, and at the top you have almost straight marble.
Okay.
This was so that like the peasants, the dirtiest part of the population, couldn't touch the nice parts of the building. So I was thinking about that, and I was kind of watching a lot of Blade Runner, a lot of Akira, you know, Ghost in the Shell, and I figured, hey, Cyberpunk's pretty neat.
So Lego Cyberpunk is a little bit of a thing, but I love the, sort of like you mentioned, the stratization or the different kind of levels you have going on here. So I guess let's sort of start at the bottom, and you can kind of run through what's going on at each level and some of your favorite little details, all that good stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess at the bottom level, first of all, you got that boat, which was honestly the biggest pain to build. I didn't feel like using a prefabricated boat. I didn't want to take the easy way in that sense. But, you know, it works out. Moving on, we got the lower city. I'm sure it's hard to see in this video, but you got some shady, nefarious type characters down there and little rubble and stuff like that.
Very nice, very nice. And then moving along?
And then moving up to the second level, it's, you know, the hustle and bustle of, you know, Midtown, I guess. Got the little space tuk-tuk up there floating off the side and the cop car. Yeah.
And then I love the facades. We have some really interesting colors, lots of cool techniques, a nice little octane mosaic. Talk about how you sort of laid this out, because I find it very, very easy to build sort of clean, simple geometric shapes out of Lego, but to do something with so many layers and lots of different colorations, it's a little bit more difficult. So what was the creation process of that like?
So what it essentially was I would build little modules. Like I would build that tan sign on the side there, or that like red technological greeble, and I'd build these things separate and then just kind of like lay them out and kind of picture where they could fit together, and then just kind of build around my plan.
Badass, badass. A very interesting creative process. And then I guess we kind of moved on to the top level. So this is like the clean level, right?
Yeah, most definitely. It's tried to be the most refined. Yeah, I mean, you can even see in the amount of exposed studs that I use, I tried to make that the cleanest.
Totally.
So, yeah, I figured a lot of glass, a rounded building, which is different than the blockiness of the levels below. And then I figured something organic would kind of make that stand apart distinctly from the other lifeless levels.
You got it. Now, I love the railing technique. Now, what exactly is going on there? Is that the little finger hinge kind of, I guess, what are the antenna piece base?
Yeah, it's the lever bases,
okay.
And then the window panes just stick in there perfectly.
Very nice, very nice. And I see you've won. What was the award that you were able to win here?
I was able to win the small planetary structure in the space category.
Very nice, very nice. A very fitting, I guess you could say, award.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And then transportation is always a concern when bringing a Lego creation to a convention. You were fortunate enough to drive or fly?
I drove down. I took a 15-hour trip from Edmonton, Alberta, and I threw that thing in the trunk. It essentially, I just like scrape it bare of anything that's held onto this structure by less than, you know, a third of its size.
Okay. And so do you take all the minifigs and little details off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I take down the bigger signs, I take down the overhangs, the trees, stuff like that. And then I have a big cardboard box that I just fit over top of it.
Badass, badass. A wonderful creation. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about it. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys.